Good damn evening, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Now, over the years, you probably tried different investments with stocks and mutual funds, so you know they can be volatile and unpredictable. But with inflation running at its highest rate for 40 years, do you really want volatility and uncertainty? Being able to sleep at night knowing your investment isn't about to crash is worth its weight in gold. Speaking of gold, if you've been jumping from one investment idea to the next, a gold IRA with Noble Gold is perfect for you. With gold, you have a reliable hedge against inflation, and it just fell into your laps. You shield your gains from taxes, you keep the real value of your wealth, and you own a global asset, something that's tangible. And you can help protect your wealth against economic crash. What's not to like? And this month, with every IRA above 20K, you'll get an incredible 3-ounce silver American Virtue coin completely free as a thank you. Call 877-646-5347 or find out more and visit noblegoldinvestments.com. That is noblegoldinvestments.com. So, you know what? Sometimes you'll see like a homeless person out there begging for money. And I've been here before too. I've seen them like, man, the fuck are you doing begging for money? Go get a job. But there's another side of it. And if that person is willing to swallow their pride, or maybe it never existed in the first place, and sit out there and beg for money, well, there's only one ingredient that's missing from this idiot pie. And it's called the person who's giving them the money. So who's to blame more? The person with their hand out or the person putting the money in their hand? So speaking of an organization that is given money by people, BLM, I'm sorry guys, I try to practice integrity on this channel, so let me be completely honest. BLM, certain Black Lives Matter, not all of them. I know that title BLM will make you think, damn, all the BLs matter? No. Won't be ridiculous. Not all of them, certain ones, strategic ones where it can help. But one of the founders and former members of BLM is Patrisse Cullors. You remember her? She was the one who's spending all this money buying all these lavish properties, and the property in question here is the $6 million mansion that they purchased in Los Angeles. It has a media room and a sound stage and a pool and all these wonderful things that you get when you spend $6 million on a home. And that's fine, girl. If you got your own money, my bad, producer. Yeah, man. That wasn't her money. Oh, yeah, the people gave it to her, but they said that, they said the property that I'm talking about, let me finish. They said the property that I'm talking about was going to be used for social events and events to help build BLM and help bring in funds. She did what? Twice? You sure you want me to tell him this? All right, it's going to be bad for BLM. Okay. Hey, guys, turns out that she lied. She did not, they were not just using this property for BLM events, fundraising and things for the BLs that they're talking about. No, I'm not talking about bacon and lettuce. I'm talking about Black lives. It's in the title, Black Lives Matter. So the reason for the season is Black Lives. So of course, an organization called Black Lives Matter is going to do things to benefit the BLs, the Black Lives. Wrong. You guys are thinking of another United States. No, this United States has been duped and fooled by these jackasses. What, they make $6 billion in under a year, I think around 6 months. So they took some of that money, they buy this mansion, it's supposed to be for BLM fundraising, but here's what Patrisse did. Patrisse had a birthday party. Okay, I know what you're thinking. This was a birthday party. They brought some inner school kids in from, Compton and Watts and South Central and everything, because in California, you don't have to go far to find fucked up conditions. No. You're in LA, Skid Row. It's there. You're there. So they got some inner city kids, and they brought them up there, big old mansion. The kids are probably like, oh, wow, this is so nice. And they probably had stacks of ice cream sandwiches, and they had candy and cake. What's up, man? This is twice in one video. It was her kid. The party was for her kid? Or doesn't he have a rich mom? All right, damn, guys. I wanted I wanted to be able to say that BLM did something. They heard, they were under all the scrutiny. They heard all the yells and screams that they're misappropriating the funds, and they took this opportunity to prove them wrong. I can't tell you that because that's not what happened. What she did was she threw this big lavish birthday party for her son. That's right. Not you fucking young black lives down there at the bottom of the hill in the valley, ducking and dodging bullets and poverty. Not you. You stay down there where you belong. Don't get close to me. Don't get close to me. You stay down there where you belong. I'm going to throw a big lavish birthday party for my kid who is rich or who has rich parents. So then they did another event there. And this is it, guys. This is going to be where BLM, it's all in how you finish. Okay? If you're playing a basketball game, would you rather hit the buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter, or you want to hit the buzzer beater at the end of the fourth quarter with the game on the line? So it's all about how you finish, BLM. Bring it home. So they threw a big lavish party for, that's right, Biden's perverticist inauguration. You got it. Mr. Super Predators, Mr. 94 crime bill author himself. The irony, it's delicious. It's almost too sweet. The irony is almost too sweet. It's hurt my teeth, and I'm going to need a diabetes test after doing this show. That's how sweet it is that a bunch of black people would get together, spend their money, psych, dummies' money who gave it to them, to throw a party celebrating a man who was willing to imprison them. Shit. Okay. So Patrisse Cullors, instead of doing what she said and using that place as a means to gain more money and more funds for BLM so they could help more BLs, right? No, that's not what she did. And then she says, and I quote, I wrote this down because I wanted to get it right. I don't like to misquote people. She said, I look back at that and think that probably wasn't the best idea. Will you stop? Who's believing her? If you believe that woman, get down here in front of me right now because I'm about to put some baby powder on my right hand and slap the shit out of you. You're an idiot. Now that I look back on it, like you just woke up in your son's birthday party, you didn't plan it. You didn't call vendors and caterers and send out invites. I know how a kid's birthday party works. That's not by accident. My wife is serious about our kids' birthday parties. Themes and everything. So looking back on it, you think that probably wasn't the best idea. How long did it take you to plan this? How long were you thinking about this event, you idiot? And then a party for the president's inauguration? That just happened? I look back at that and think that probably wasn't the best idea. You didn't give a shit whether it was a good idea or not. You were operating in your cocoon of safety because nobody dare call you to the carpet because you are draped in several layers of victimhood. She's a person of color, she's a woman, and she's part of the LGBT alphabet soup group. Which brings me to my next question. And all you people who gave her money, all you corporations that gave that group money, you guys, move over, donkeys. Move over. I'm sorry. You are no longer jackasses. These people are jackasses. Hee-haw, you idiots. So here's my next question. If Patrisse Cullors is in the alphabet soup group and she likes this portion of her face glistening, she likes clam, which is fine, but I want to know if you're an L in the LGBT alphabet soup group, then how did you get this baby? I'm just wondering. I'm old school. Remember me? I'm just a publicly educated 10 tax ID number. That's all I'm good for. So forgive me for asking you, such a lowly person asking you these questions, but if you're an L, then how did you get a baby? Because you got half of it. You got this. You halfway there. You're almost home. You got this, but you need another part that goes in that, and then that's how it works. So she wasn't always an L, right? Because if you're an L, look, I don't know what it's like to be gay, but I do know what it's like to be hetero. So I'm gonna go out on a limb here and assume that when you're in a camp, a certain camp, you're pretty steadfast. Your tent is pegged down firmly to the ground in this camp. Meaning, if you are straight, it's going to be pretty tough. It's going to be pretty tough to talk a straight person into liking the same plumbing setup. Now, I think it might be, I don't know, easier for a woman to like another woman because women are women, you know. But still, you're switching teams. You're going from liking penis to liking vagina. That's a hell of a switch. That's a hell of a jump. I don't know. Gun to my head, I can't do that. What? So, what happened to make her switch teams? Because like I said, glazed donut, but before you obviously weren't into that because you let a guy climb on top of you or behind you and go, and you got a son. So what happened? Better let me know in the comment section. Does anybody have experience with jumping teams? That seems like a major move. Major. Not only do you have to inform your orbit of people and family and friends and all that shit, but personally, I don't know, man. That's a hell of a jump that I'm not willing to make, but maybe somebody in the comment section has. You let me know. But just know this, that CBLM is full of more shit than a Christmas turkey. Because you guys are supposed to be up there using that place as a venue to create more income to help black lives. You think a black life other than theirs has ever been there? Or I can think of one more person. Who's another black person that's been up there? Candace Owens. She went the other day, Patrice Cullors. She had a security guard. She said she did a live video crying, oh, they harassed me and Cammy and my family. You're worried about your family? Hey, you know who else was worried about their family? The families that lived in those neighborhoods that you sent those fucking thugs out to protest and destroy their neighborhood. The cities that burned, they were concerned about their families too. I'm sure there were a lot of families doing their best Malcolm X impression with a gun in one hand and the other hand looking out the blinds to see where the trouble's coming from. I'm sure those people were worried about their families too. Bullshit. You think, imagine just the money she spent on those two parties, how much good they could have done. You should have done what I said earlier. Why didn't you bring a bunch of inner city kids up there to have a party at that mansion? Imagine what a memory that would have been for them. To go up to this cool mansion in the hills. They got all this food and all this fun. And it was just all you can eat. And they had candy. And oh man, that would be so awesome for those kids to have that memory. Nope. She gave those memories to a bunch of fucking people who didn't deserve them. A Biden inauguration party. Woman, what the? Anyway. What did you guys expect? You know how the saying goes. When you come across a fool, get all that you can get. And that's exactly what they did. CBLM can't take all the blame. Because these bunch of woke, spineless jackasses gave him the money so they can go out and buy a $6 million house and thumb their nose at you because you ain't going to do shit. She's a victim times 2 at least. Don't even look at her. If you look her directly in her eyes, you're racist. If you look her direction, you're racist. She's covered in too much victimhood. You've given her too much power. She's been empowered, man. You can't stop her. She ain't scared. What kind of person would be living like that, spending those funds like that if they were scared? Stop it, man. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.